Hi, in this video I want to talk to you about the dangers of estrogen dominance. It's a very important hormone. However, women, if this gets out of balance, it can affect you in tremendous amounts of negative ways. And men, it can also affect you as well. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe with 2 Minutes to Better Health. Well, estrogen, we think of it, mostly with women, larger hormone production, men, mostly testosterone. However, it affects both of them. Let's understand more about this. Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk a lot about the menstrual cycle here. So estradiol is the desirable form, especially in women, made by the ovaries premenopausal. So that's the one that's crucial for the development of the reproductive system, menstrual cycle regularity, healthy bones, heart, mood. So it's really a very important and necessary hormone. However, over time, estrogen is the less desirable form that's made by fat cells in the adrenal glands postmenopausal. The problem with this, it's not very, it doesn't have as many positive health benefits as it does negative. We'll talk about those in a moment. So there's a balance of estrogen, progesterone, testosterone throughout the body in women and in men. Okay, we have a balance of those as well in our bodies. It's affected by excess weight. We talked about that before. Aromatase is an enzyme made by excessive body fat that'll produce more estrogen, creating an imbalance of estrogen in the body. So excessive body weight, stress, toxins, diet, sleep, they all affect this. So take a quick look here. This is a 28-day cycle for a woman. Okay, around day 14 is ovulation. So this blue line here, you can see this estradiol is a slow building up of and spike of estrogen just before ovulation occurs, and then it tapers off, and then this black line, which is pretty baseline here, increases significantly after ovulation. That's progesterone. So women, if you have menstrual cycle issues, it's often in large part because you have too much estrogen at one phase of the cycle when you should not be, and that's here in the second phase. Progesterone should be dominant there, and if it's not, it's called estrogen dominance. So it's not always affected by too much estrogen, but a lack of progesterone, so that's key, or not a proper amount of testosterone in the body. A lot of information there, but let's find out the potential issues. Weight gain, increased body fat, people don't want that. Reduced muscle mass or tone, okay, women and in men. Women, higher risk of breast cancer, uterine cancer, ovarian cancers, definitely tons of science about this with estrogen dominance. Men, prostate cancer issues, colon, breast cancer as well in men. It does occur, men. Inhibits thyroid function, irregular menses and PMS, lowered libido, infertility issues. This affects men and women significantly. Fibrocystic breast, swelling, tenderness for women during certain phases of their cycle. Cardiovascular disease, huge issue for both men and women. Men, if you have excessively low testosterone and higher estrogen levels compared to where you should be for your age, that can greatly increase cardiovascular disease. Depression, anxiety, mood swings, bloating. A lot of women have issues during certain phases of the cycle because of that estrogen dominant situation. Sleep troubles, fatigue, gynecomastia. That's men developing breast tissue. Often happens in young boys because now they're becoming estrogen dominant early on, even as they're just starting to form testosterone in their bodies. Erectile dysfunction known as ED or low T. So low T just means low testosterone, and that in part is because there's excessive amounts of estrogen. So if that's occurring, what can you do? That's the most important thing here. Well, weight loss is huge because as you lose weight, you will basically produce less aromatase enzyme, less estrogen, help to balance things. Improve insulin resistance, it's for everything. Keto, low carb, fasting, huge. Cruciferous vegetables, kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, we talk about these a lot. Cauliflower, great to balance hormones in general in the body. Okay, men and women need this. Women and boys that get acne, it's often in large part because of that imbalance of hormones. So then definitely doing this would be supportive. Detoxification channels help to pull out those extra hormones from the body, and that's key. Avoiding conventional dairy, meat, and eggs. Most of those are hormone laden. That's going to cause an imbalance, and mostly in the estrogen side of the family. Avoiding all soy. It's a phytoestrogen. Avoid those. Plastic, phthalates, pesticides, fragrances, endocrine disruptors. We've talked about those at great length. Those are all endocrine disruptors, and basically they're bad for the body in so many ways, but they cause a major imbalance, and they mimic estrogen more than they do anything else in the body. So women may use a black cohosh, ashwagandha, chaste tree, or chasteberry. That's a phenomenal way to help support those hormones, the proper balance of progesterone to estrogen. Exercise is key. Cardio, strength training, HIIT training, all different ways to dynamically improve the body. Eat organic and avoid GMO foods. GMO foods often sprayed with things that are endocrine disruptors as well. It's going to cause an estrogen production excess. Improving gut function, it's key. The healthier the gut, the healthier the hormone systems in the body, so that microflora. Using fiber, probiotics, fermented foods are key. And lowering stress. Excessive stress causes a whole mishmash of effects on the hormone system, and it definitely produces too much cortisol and then imbalances the estrogen to progesterone ratio. So a lot of information here, but this affects millions upon millions of people. So look at this again, evaluate, is this affecting you, friends, family? Young girls starting their cycle may have this already occurring by the nature of the conventional foods they're eating. So simple changes can have tremendous decades worth of improved health by putting some of these changes into place early on. But hopefully it's helpful for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.